Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Or at least I am. Julian's going to come at you this week. I got for you top 24 quarterbacks. My quarterback rankings, I'm doing 24 with a little extra, a little surprise. So really 25 coming at you right here at the
Fantasy Freaking Football Podcast, yeah.
That's right. You know what it is, Fantasy Freaking Football Podcast. I'm on location this week. Brandon James will be back with us. We're going to come at you next week with the draft information. We're going to come at you, tell you how to really throw a draft party. How you throw that party, get everybody into it, get your league really into it, really excited about it. The draft party should be the most exciting thing of the year. So we'll come at you. The whole Fantasy Football Podcast crew is going to be with you next week. So here we go. We'll kick us off. We've got 6 tiers. 6 tiers, 24, really like I said, 25 quarterbacks coming at you. Number 1, tier all by himself, Patrick Mahomes. Patty Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. He's tier 1, all by himself. I know he didn't finish QB1 last year, but any single week, he's more talented than the rest. He's got Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. He's got the best wide receiver, at least the fastest, and the best tight end in the game, so the weapons are there. Enough said. He's a tier all by himself, Patty Mahomes. Tier 2. Now, there are 4 guys in this tier. If you get any 4 of these guys, you should feel comfortable. They should go... I still wouldn't take any of them before really round 5 because quarterback is deep this year. But nevertheless, if you want a top guy, you want these top 5 guys, here the 4 in number 2, in tier 2. Lamar Jackson as number 2 overall. I know he didn't finish as high as these other guys last year, but he's got the talent to use his feet, which you know means more in fantasy. Josh Allen, number 3. Either one of those guys, if you can get one, obviously feel happy. Right after that, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, obviously a stud. Showed out last year. I think he's going to continue to do it this year. I know in Arizona, they want him to keep doing his thing. And then, number 5 overall, let this man cook, would you please? Let Russ cook. Russell Wilson, number 5. That's tier 2. Tier 2 is Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, and Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson been denied for too long. Let's go to tier 3. Tier 3, we've got 4 guys here. We're starting off with the guy who has the talent to finish 1 overall if he's happy. He's not so happy right now, shooting this in July. He doesn't seem too happy. That's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, number 6 overall, ranked at the top of tier 3. Number 7, Dak Prescott. He's coming off injury. Even 7, and he's got 7 feels right for him, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his this year. I'm not a huge fan of Dak Prescott in general. I do like his weapons. I believe in CeeDee Lamb. Amari Cooper is a good weapon, but about 7. I don't see him finishing over QB 7, but I don't see him finishing under QB 9. So 7's about a good spot. Number 8, it's surprising people. Matthew Stafford, Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford has had the talent for a long time. For a decade, he's been killing it. But nobody really knows about him or hears about him as a top tier guy because he's playing on an awful team, the Lions. And now he's got possibly the best offensive mind in football, Sean McVay. I expect this Rams offense to be explosive. If you can get yourself a piece of this offense, I would do so. Then number 9, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert came into the starting position last year by accident and showed out. Absolutely balled. I think to end the tier 3, Justin Herbert feels just right. Tier number 4, number 10 overall, Jalen Hurts. He's got that talent with his legs. He can throw the rock. Jalen Hurts should definitely be a great fantasy option. I don't know that he's a great quarterback in general for the NFL, but he's a great fantasy quarterback. Number 11 in tier 4, second in tier 4, Tom Terrific, the ageless wonder. He's still there. He's still doing it. Just won himself a new Super Bowl. Still doing it. And the weapons he's got, my goodness gracious. Mike Evans, Gronk, Antonio Brown. What's his? Not Christian Kirk. The other Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin. All these wide receivers. They've got Giovanni Bernard who's going to catch passes now, and they've got Leonard Fournette. So many weapons there. Expect him to put up points. Next, Ryan Tannehill. Super slept on. Ryan Tannehill had, I think, 5 top 5 finishes last year. He finished in as a top 5 quarterback. Now he's got Julio Jones. Ryan Tannehill, ranked 12th overall. Absolutely, you can expect him to finish as a QB1. With everything he did last year, and then added in Julio Jones, expect him to finish as a QB1. And that's where he's ranked, low in QB1, 12 overall. And then to close out the bottom of tier 4, 13th overall, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe is a stud. He was killing it last year until the injury. And they added his old buddy, Jamar Chase. T. Higgins is going to be a monster. I think Tyler Boyd is going to stretch the field. T. Higgins is going to catch a lot of balls from him this year. I think Joe Mixon is going to catch a lot of balls from him too. I expect Joe Burrow to have a heck of a season. Right now I've got him as the highest of ends of QB2, but wouldn't be surprised if he finishes as a low end QB1. Next, now we're starting tier 5. Tier 5, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in this tier. And then we've got 6 in the bottom tier too. So, tier 5, 14th overall, Trevor Lawrence. Now, Trevor Lawrence, if you follow him in Clemson, he's a machine. The guy was good. Oh, sunshine! Remember the Titans? Oh, I remember him. And that guy was killing it. So, I expect him. He's got weapons there. Marvin Jones Jr., DJ Clark. The guy with the crazy name that I can't remember. I could see it, but I don't know how to say it. He's going to be throwing Travis Etienne balls, James Robinson balls. He has weapons. And to top it off, I really believe in Urban Meyer. I believe Urban Meyer is going to produce with Trevor Lawrence. 15th overall, another guy really being slept on, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was a top 5 QB just a couple seasons ago. And now it seems like Indianapolis wants him. The Colts want him there. I think that's going to be a huge difference. It seems like his confidence has just shrunk. I feel like his confidence just went all the way down. I think in Indianapolis they're going to surround him with the people that bring his confidence back up. I think that's what he needs. So I expect big things from Carson Wentz this year to finish as a QB2. But he's got the talent to be a QB1. So 15th overall, second in tier 5, Carson Wentz, Indianapolis Colts. Next, 16th overall, third in tier 5, Matty Ice, Matt Ryan. He's got Calvin Ridley, and he's got Calvin Pitts now. He lost Julio, but I expect huge things from Calvin Ridley. Wouldn't be surprised if Calvin Ridley finishes as number 1 overall wide receiver this year. He's got the talent. And there are a lot of balls that Julio was supposed to caught last year that he's not going to be there to catch this year. So I expect a lot out of Calvin Ridley. I expect big things from the rookie, Kyle Pitts, too. So Matty Ice has the talent. He has the talent to be QB1. Who knows what's been happening with that guy? I don't know why he hasn't finished higher than he has. The offense, just the scheme, the play calling hasn't seemed that great in the last few years for the Falcons, but I think that's a good spot from 16th overall. 17th overall. Now, we're at 17th overall. We're in tier 5. Looking to take a couple risks. Our top 16 quarterbacks are gone. This guy, I think, like a Jalen Hurts, can finish as a low-end QB1 if he for sure gets the job. Going Justin Fields here. Justin Fields, 17th overall. He's got the talent. Followed him Ohio State. Was absolutely incredible. Bad game to end the season, of course, but he's got the talent. Allen Robinson there, I think that's going to be a huge dynamic duo. They've got to announce that he's the starter. I think they should. They think they need to give him the reins, but of course he's got to earn it. And they shouldn't just give it to him. He's got to earn it. So I expect him to get the job at least by week 5, week 6 at the latest. I expect Justin Fields to be the starter. So going to finish at least 17th pick overall. 18th. Again, we're getting a little risky now. 18th overall. Second to last in Tier 5, so 5th in Tier 5. Fitzmagic. Oh, it's magical, baby. The Washington football team. Oh, the classic Washington football team. That's who we're going with this time. Fitzmagic. Now, Fitzmagic, if you go with him, he may win you a game or two. He may lose you a game or two. That is the roll of the dice with Ryan Fitzpatrick. But good Lord, he likes to sling it. So him and Terry McLaurin, I expect a lot of touchdown connections. I expect Fitzmagic to sling the rock. So hopefully that tough defense there for the Washington football team can keep them in the games. But if those top 17 guys are gone, I'm looking at Fitzmagic. And I will have Fitzmagic start me a game or two. Just hope it's the game or two that goes well. So definitely look for him if it's not a top defense. If it's a bottom 16 defense, I'd throw Fitzpatrick in, feel great about it. If it's a tough defense, it's probably not the game for him. All right, number 19 overall, the last one in Tier 5, Derek Carr. Derek Carr, the Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr has the talent. And I think the team's going to step it up a little bit this year. I think playing in Vegas with some fans is really going to just give him some adrenaline. I expect some good things from them and from Derek Carr. Derek Carr is talented. If they use him correctly, if John Gruden's using him right, he can be a high-end QB2. I've got him right now as a low-end QB2, but he can absolutely be a high-end QB2 if Gruden uses him correctly. That's not a guarantee, unfortunately. So that's why he's ranked at 19th. All right. We're going to the final tier. Tier 6. I think we're in Tier 6. These top 19 guys are gone. So to start off at number 20 overall, you're taking risks. Top 19 quarterbacks are gone. So what do? If those guys are gone, all of these guys are going to finish. You can expect them to finish around the same. These final 6 guys. So the one I put at the top is Deshaun Watson. Now, if you take Deshaun Watson, you better grab another one of these guys soon after, because Deshaun Watson may not play another down for the Texans. He may not play another down in the NFL. He doesn't want to be with Houston. Other teams don't want him because he's got 22 legal cases against him now, I believe. So the Texans want him back. He doesn't want the Texans. Nobody else wants him. But, and this is what matters in fantasy, if he does play, you can expect him to be a top 5 QB. He's a top 5 fantasy quarterback every year if he does play. So if the top 19 guys are gone, roll the dice. You haven't gotten a quarterback. You feel comfortable with everything else on your team. Roll the dice. Even if the top 14 guys are gone, roll the dice. If you feel comfortable with every other position, you feel good about your running backs, your wide receivers, your tight end, your flex. Like, I waited. I wanted this guy, but I didn't want to reach. And you should not reach. Don't reach on quarterback, because as mentioned, we're already on 20, and that could work for you. So, of course, this one hopefully will work for you. But there's that chance that you get a top 5 guy this late in the draft. We're looking at round 10, 11 maybe, in 1 QB leagues. So yes, Deshaun Watson, 20th overall. At that value, the risk is worth it. The ceiling is so high. The floor is an absolute 0. So it doesn't get lower than the floor. But round 10, it's worth the risk. You got to use your ORM, operational risk management. And when you're using your operational risk management in your fantasy draft, round 10 or later is worth Deshaun Watson risk. All right. Number 21. Number 2 in Tier 6. It's the Bake Show. Baker Mayfield. Do you realize that Baker Mayfield in his first playoff game last year threw 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions? Probably not. Now, Baker Mayfield, I'm a fan. I think he's a talented quarterback. He's the best quarterback the Cleveland Browns have had in 30 years, probably. Yeah, 30 years. The thing is, the offense, very similar to Tennessee's offense, it's a run-first offense. So you can't expect big numbers from him all the time. Especially, even with Odell Beckham Jr. coming back. OBJ is ranked a lot lower this year than he usually is, and he hasn't put up good fantasy numbers, I think, since he got to Cleveland. So it's not that Baker's not talented. I believe that he is. He's probably definitely at least the top 15 talent-wise quarterback. I think talent-wise he's definitely above guys like Jalen Hurts, Ryan Tannehill, some other names, Matt Ryan. But, well, the offense just doesn't – Kevin Stefanski's offense is not working towards his passes, which is great for them. It works out great for them. It works to the point where their offense is successful and their team is successful. And they made the playoffs. It was the second round of the playoffs. Had a good shot at beating the Chiefs last year. So, Baker, if this top 20 guys have gone, Baker Mayfield. 22. There've been a lot of reports about this guy at camp that he's not doing that well, and he's fallen a lot down my rankings. The top 21 guys are gone. Number 22, Tua Tagovailoa, Hawaii's own Tua Tagovailoa. He's got talent, but I don't know, things that things that they've said he said in the media, that he wasn't confident or something in his passes. Maybe he didn't know the offense, and throwing all these interceptions in camp. The top 21 guys are guy there at 22, but I don't feel very confident in Tua. 23. This guy, he plays quarterback, so you can pick him. Ben Roethlisberger. I like to call him Ben Rapelessberger on account of him doing sexual assaults to women. So, Ben Rapelessberger. Number 23. That's number 23. Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 24. Kirk Cousins. Captain Kirk. Now, the thing about Captain Kirk, while he might not be the most talented, he has Justin Jefferson, and he has Adam Thielen. He plays half his games indoors. That obviously helps. So, Captain Kirk, number 24. And number 25 overall, a very, very slept-on fantasy quarterback who can finish as a high-end QB2. Famous Jameis Winston. Now, there's a good chance that he was Taysom Hill a lot in New Orleans. That's going to take away from his value, obviously, but Jameis Winston, number 25 overall. So if you're in a 2 QB league, definitely somebody should own him because you got to have a backup. If you're in 1 QB league, there's no reason somebody should be owning famous Jameis. Unless you're a Saints fan and you want him. Cool. But you shouldn't. I probably won't own more than one quarterback unless I get unless I'm down in tier 5. If I'm down in tier 5, I might grab 2 tier 5 guys or get a tier 5 guy and get Deshaun Watson just as a chance because the risk is worth the reward, I think, there and after the 10th round. But weigh it out. I'm going to hit you with a recap. We've gone through all that. We've got number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 4, Kyler Murray. Number 5, Russell Wilson. Number 6, Aaron Rodgers. Number 7, Dak Prescott. Number 8, Matthew Stafford. Number 9, Justin Herbert. Number 10, Jalen Hurts. Number 11, Tom Brady. Number 12, Ryan Tannehill. Number 13, Joe Burrow. Number 14, Trevor Lawrence. Number 15, Carson Wentz. Number 16, Matt Ryan. Number 17, Justin Fields. Number 18, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Number 19, Derek Carr. Number 20, Deshaun Watson. Number 21, Baker Mayfield. Number 22, Tua Tagovailoa. Number 23, Ben Roethlisberger. Number 24, Kirk Cousins. And number 25, famous Jameis Winston. Now, you may think, hey, Julian, you're in fantasy leagues. Are people going to see your rankings and things like that? The truth is, I know those guys. They're not going to take the time to watch or listen to this. So no worries. Comment below some things you want to hear. We've got our shirts ready to sell. So we can put the link down below. Reach out to us. Reach out to us. If you want to be on our show, let us know. We can discuss some things, talk about some questions. And yeah, Brandon and James should be back soon. So, this has been the Fantasy Freaking Football Podcast. Drafts are coming up soon. We've got our draft Labor Day weekend this year. We'll bring you along. Peace.
Fantasy Freaking Football Podcast, yeah.